The student wants to explain how the House of Wisdom preserved the world's knowledge. Explain how. Preserved. Okay. So keeping that in mind, let's read. One of history's greatest libraries was the House of Wisdom in Baghdad, Iraq. It was founded in the 8th century, not 18th. It was founded in the 8th century with the goal of preserving all the world's knowledge. That was quite ambitious. Okay, let's continue. Scholars at the House of Wisdom collected ancient and contemporary texts from Greece, India, elsewhere, and translated them into Arabic. Okay, so I asked how they preserved. Okay, I'll include this word collected. They got these writings from elsewhere or everywhere around the world. So that's one way to preserve their word knowledge, by collecting other countries' texts. Writings included those of the Greek philosopher Aristotle and the Indian mathematician Aryabhata. Okay, so that doesn't really talk about how the House of Wisdom preserved the world's knowledge in line 4. But line 3, yes, that's good. Line 5, the House of Wisdom uses Chinese paper-making technology. Okay, so this also shows how they preserved. They use this technology to create paper versions to be studied and shared. Okay, studied and shared. So I'm gonna say also that will help, because when you make this paper making technology, sure, papers may wear away, but by sharing it, there will be some copies that still preserve. So this knowledge don't just disappear. Okay, it's still somewhere in the world where people can still maybe bring it and then share each other again. So this way the knowledge can be continuous, or it can keep going on and on, generation by generations. Anyway, so we need to answer the question now. Choice A, the House of Wisdom was known for bringing together knowledge around the world, including Greece, India, and China. So it does talk about line 3, but the problem is it doesn't really fully talk about how it preserved the world's knowledge. It gotta talk about using technology to create paper versions to be studied and shared. That's not mentioned in choice A, so we can eliminate choice A. Choice B, founded in Iraq in the 8th century. Okay, it's talking about the history, but I don't think that's important. So already that's a red flag here. Okay, so the House of Wisdom employs many scholars and translators. Okay, that may be one of the way to preserve it, but it didn't talk about using the technology to be studied and shared. So I'm gonna eliminate choice B. Okay, so it's not enough to fully talk about how it got preserved. To use the technology, paper making technology, to be studied and shared. So choice C, writings from the Greek philosopher Aristotle and Indian mathematician Aryabhata were preserved at the House of Wisdom. This only talk about how these two writings or two people's work were preserved, but it doesn't talk about how House of Wisdom preserve world knowledge. We should not bog down to specific example here. So choice C can be eliminated. Choice D, the House of Wisdom collected writings from different countries. So that's line 3. And created paper version finally. Okay, it gotta talk about paper making technology to create paper version to be studied and shared. So paper versions in Arabic to be studied and shared. Like I said, if some people lose this, or if it gets destroyed, or when they share it in paper, which will be light and easy to preserve, in this way the knowledge will be extant. So the correct answer should be D. Okay, this is line 5.